you want to talk about what happened with the auction, the Rockefeller auction.
Yeah. So the auction happened yesterday, and basically no one showed up. Only Jay's lawyers, the state, and, the crew that was initially suing me. I didn't go. It was my son's birthday. And like I said, to be honest, I just wanted this thing to be done. I think people really don't understand that from that third of reasonable doubt for the last over 10, 15 years, I wasn't receiving any royalties, you know. And the reason why was because, I had found some money that they didn't tell me about. And, I took it because I knew that I would never get paid. There was no intention of me ever getting paid. And I don't feel like playing over that asset. What I wanted to do was put everything pause in my rear view and do everything new. But, at some point when people are just taking from you boldly, when you internalize that, it does at some point bother you. And in my brain, I'm like, yo, I just want to get rid of this. I just want to move on. I don't want to have any reasons to have to bring anyone up that's not in my life every day that was in my past. But, I don't know. I don't know if you understand how it feels to know that, and to be honest, when I look at the books, I was only supposed to be getting about 120,000 a year. But that's like 8,000 a month, 10,000 a month. I wasn't seeing that at all. And then to have to go to court with somebody for it means you have to spend money on lawyers to go get shortbread. And then, of course, because of people doing stupid narratives and, people that live vicariously through other people, pause, I would say, I don't even want to say it, just girls that are men that act like girls that talk about or root for another man as if either way, I'm not even kidding to talk like but it's a fight that nobody feels like dealing with when you're building new things. Like fighting, you have to focus or else you're gonna lose. And when you're doing 20 different things and paying for 20 different things, you don't really feel like focusing on your past all day, you know? And I don't want people to think my career is coming out here and doing this podcast and, I have to deal with everything and the misconceptions and people trying to fuck with my reputation. And have to, because I don't have a team of people or lawyers to speak for me all day or bots to put a fake narrative out there. And I don't call TMZ and Charlemagne the God and all that to tell them the narrative. I don't do any of those things. I just come outside when I got to protect my word. And people be lying. And it just, again, bugs me out. Why everyone on that side wants to paint this narrative that I'm doing so much struggling when I'm just building. Yeah, I'm struggling because I'm fighting for my independent freedom. I'm paying for it. I'm paying not to have to hang out with a certain crowd. Honestly, I would rather be broke than have to hang out with those people. I'd rather pay for it. I'd rather use all my money, every dollar I make, so that I could spend all my time with my family. But anyway, no one showed up. And the state made a bid for it of $1 million. And that's really what it was worth. So if I'm making 120,000 a year, and let's say at a 10 times multiple, that's what usually things are bought for, it'd be worth like 1.2. Everyone, I think, not everyone, what this really taught me was that in the world, homie isn't as big as he portrayed. I thought more people would be interested in buying it because of the art value of it. And that's the only thing I was selling. Because of how everyone portrays they love this dude, if they really loved him like that, I thought some collector I thought some collector, like the Wu-Tang thing, like Wu-Tang is loved. People really value them a certain way. When people buy a piece of like a piece of vinyl that no one can have for, $25 million, that's love. There was no love. I thought people would at least show up, but no one even showed up. So I'm like, wow. They're really portraying themselves to be a lot bigger paws than they are. Because no one showed up. It didn't even get market value. Now, that could be because of, all that bullshit that they put in the newspaper. But they didn't even buy it. Now, he supposed to have it. The floor was $3 million. So why didn't he buy it? If he, I just don't understand the play. They now have the state, for now, I guess, as a partner. The people that originally were suing me for defamation, the people that, in my mind, pretended that they directed a movie that I directed and, did some cute shit and did a trial in New York, even though it all happened in LA, so I couldn't fly all the witnesses down. And also knowing at the time I had 2 warrants. And, I guess allegedly, I just feel like they got a crew of people together and lied. But those people that brought this whole auction in the first place, as of right now, they don't make a fucking dollar. Then why did they do it? They did all of this not to make a dollar? And this shit has been going on for like 10 years. So at some point, it has to become obsession to chase one man around for 10 years for under $1 million. I mean, I'm just thinking it, like, why are people so obsessed? Why are people, like, it's been 20 years and the same group of people have been trying to put the same narrative out and been so scared that I get some real money on my own. Like, why is that so scary to everybody? If I get my own money my way and I'm not, honestly, I don't want none of y'all block. I don't want to be around y'all. This is what I'm paying for, not to have to be around y'all. This is my choice. I just don't get mad. It just feels like everyone's mad because I don't want to pause play with them. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't want to be around none of that weirdo shit. I don't want to be around I don't want to be up under somebody my whole life. I'm a man. A man should never want to be up under another man their whole life. You gotta get sick of seeing a nigga or hearing a nigga and all that shit. Like, I know what it's like to be around an artist. Artists don't show up on time. Artists are very frustrating. You have to move based on how they feel. And as a man, I can't do that with how's he feel today? Can we talk to him today? Was he gonna show up today? Or don't ask him that. Or ask him at this time. I can't do that. And that's what was happening at Rockefeller. Like, I'm not throwing rose petals when another man walks. And that's what I see when I see like a Steve Stout or all these other dudes always defending this person all the time or trying to fuck with me. Y'all throwing rose petals. Y'all men. Men don't do that. I can't fight like that. And it's crazy because, and again, this is the last time. I'm not going through this shit no more. I'm giving y'all the explanation. The auction is over and it's everything new. And I know everyone, or the bots, or the stupid narrative that you always talking about, nigga, this was my auction. This is my life. They're the problem right now, so I'm speaking on it. But when I did run into Jay, when my daughter was 15 and wanted to go to his concert in LA, I went, and he had just done that record, and he was like, Dame made me, and Cam made me, and I was like, yo, what was all that about? Dame made me. He said, yo, I was fronting on you. And I said, oh, we play like that? We could do that? He said, yeah. I was like, bet. Call Cam. I was like, yo, we could play like that. Pause. Like, he's down. So, like, when that man says my name in records and them shits play all day, but I'm not a rapper. So the way that I could at least, make sure that the narrative is correct, I got to speak on it. But no one says anything when people put my name in their records. But I never talked about that conversation we had. It's not even nothing that's supposed to bother. I was like, bet, because I like the snap. But fucking with my money and shit, I just don't get that part.